Hey guys, it's me, the Creeper. I've decided to give you a special treat. Now, be wary, it's for you, so you better like it. The story is called Necrosleep, and if you hate it, I'm coming for you. Cold case file, necrosleep.net, 4/18/2023. The following account is the only surviving evidence supporting the existence of Necrosleep.net. The blog data was downloaded by a concerned reader just before it vanished from the internet in 2014. The data was not recovered until 9 years passed. These were the final moments of Reek Murdoch, written in his own words. My Discontent Life. Blog author, Reed Murdoch. October 16th, 2014. Hey guys, so I've decided to start a blog about my new life. Most of you reading this are probably my friends and acquaintances, but the rest of you, I'll expose a little bit about myself. My name's Reed. I just moved out of my stupid parents' basement, thank God, and now I'm pursuing my own life, where no one can push me around anymore. Technically, I'm the only one who ditched the place, but they all kicked me out beforehand. Nobody gives a damn about a crackhead like me, not even my parents. Not that I care. Anyways, I'm doing my own thing now. I had given up a few luxuries. My mom's delicious cooking. It's not worth being called a luxury. I'd rather live off dormant ramen noodles anyways. Sometimes I'll even have corn on the side when I'm feeling extra fancy. Speaking of fancy, I'll admit my apartment isn't anything but. It's the cheapest one I could find, in fact. I find the saying, you get what you pay for, to be especially true when I'm trying to sleep in the lulling sound of what I can only guess is some old lady getting mugged in a dark alleyway next door. My ghetto sanctuary consists of one living room, a kitchenette, a bathroom, and a closet. The walls are practically made of cardboard, and the carpet is stained with God knows what. But it's good enough for me. Living with me is my poor excuse for a cat named Twig. She's one of those weird hairless breeds, and in turn, a real conversation piece. I'm only asking why the cat's turned inside out, or if she's a victim of some taxidermy project gone horribly wrong. As shitty as my new life seems, living on the cheap has some benefits. My cost of living is next to nothing, so I can make enough money to survive by doing odd jobs on the internet without even leaving the house. I spent half of the month writing bogus reviews for products I've never used, or filling out surveys for political issues I know nothing about. Then spend the other half surfing the web and catching pirated reruns of the X-Files. I don't even have to pay for internet service thanks to my neighbor's complete failure to secure their Wi-Fi hotspot. I bet their data overages are going through the roof now. Oh well, not my problem. I'll be updating this blog every day or two when I'm up to anything interesting. Thanks for reading my boring crap. Hopefully my new life will get a little bit more exciting in the days to come. Read. October 18th, 2014. I've decided to do something unusual. It's 3 a.m. I intend to stay up all night, caffeinated beverage at my side. Why am I doing this, you ask? Because I'm permanently switched to a nocturnal sleep schedule. In other words, I'll be sleeping during the day instead of night. I have a number of good reasons for doing this. 1. There is less people out at night, so leaving the building won't be such a dreading thing. 2. Sunlight gives you cancer, right? 3. Screw social norms. 4. The internet speed seems increasingly substantial after midnight. And 5. It's a free country. I don't even need reasons. Also, I ran into this cool forum called Nocturnal Underground, naturally full of sun-loathing recluses and cynical misanthropes like me. How perfect. I registered straight away and found the forum dwellers to be very welcoming. It's not the most famous of internet destinations, more of a tight-knit hole in the wall for a very obscure subculture. We all seem to share a general appreciation for social disconnect, which is cool, but because I really thought I was the only whack job who can't stand dealing with normal people. After all, it's these normal people who are telling me I don't have the right to smoke whatever substance I damn well please, as if it's their business. Let you know how this nerdle thing goes out with me. Peace out. Read. August 21st, 2014. I'm adjusting very well to my new lifestyle. I can already tell this is the way I should have been living all along. The internet is far more interesting place during the night. Everything has been fairly normal lately, except for one thing. Yesterday, I received the mysterious private message from Nocturnal Underground. Here's the message copied and pasted for your reading pleasure. To read Man 07 from Revelation 666. Subject Necrosleep.net. Congratulations, Readman 07. You've been invited to an invitation-only website that will change your life forever. Discover what society doesn't want you to know about Necrosleep.net. Use your exclusive invitation code to enter DCLXVI. Find out what you've been missing your entire life. Necrosleep.net. Sounds like a total scam, but it piqued my interest. Couldn't resist going to the site just to see what the hell it was. So I went there and arrived at a completely empty black page. I noticed the text cruiser blinking in the center, indicating that I could type here. I presumed that this was where I was supposed to type the invitation code, but I presumed correctly. When the home page loaded, I immediately noticed that all the text was in Russian besides the title header, which simply said Necrosleep.net in English. The web browser automatically detected that the site was Russian and offered to translate it for me. So, of course, I clicked yes. Now, this site was clearly on the shady side. Whoever designed it was clearly not well versed in web design, as the site had more in common with a notepad document than a good web page. The background was black. The white text was written in oh so gray, generic Courier font. And under the title heading was a row of red hyperlinks, labeled as the following: Main, Purchase, Secret, and Credit. Here's an excerpt from the main page. Welcome to Necrosleep.net. This website is invitation only. Select visitors have exclusive access to special products that will change your life forever. Necrosleep is a product that safely navigates the biological necessity for sleep, thanks to our miraculous secret formula. With one pill a day, you will never feel the need to sleep again. Try it for yourself by clicking the purchase link. If Necrosleep doesn't change your life, we will offer you a complete refund. Your astonishment is guaranteed. What a bold claim these people are making. There's no way this stuff actually works. Otherwise, everyone would be taking it. Obviously, I was skeptical, and still am, but I clicked around the site and a bit more just got out of curiosity. I clicked the secret hyperlink, which took me to another page. Here's the text from said page. Necrosleep is comprised of special and rare ingredients which we cannot disclose in order to ensure that our formula stays in private hands. In order to keep our product available, it can only be distributed through alternative means on an exclusive basis. The active ingredient in Necrosleep has been sought after for many years by doctors and scientists intended to displace sleep with wakefulness. Only we had managed to do what others could not, as permitted by the will of our masters. We can assure you with full confidence that our product will change your life, and you will never feel the need to sleep again. Feel free to indulge in our secret. Alternative means more like black market. Whatever's going on here doesn't appear to be legal. Exactly. Not that I care about law, I just get untrustworthy vibes from the site. Anyways, I continue on to click the credit hyperlink. My heart skipped a little when I saw what I was confronted with. Honestly, the most uncanny photos of a living person I've ever seen. It was an old black and white photo of a tall man in a doctor's coat. If he wasn't standing upright, I'd say the guy was dead, but my guess is that he was just cadvariously unhealthy and probably blind by the looks of his pale, lifeless eyes. Not a trace of emotion could be found on his face. There was a small bit of text below the photo, which read, "Credit to the pioneering of Necrosleep goes to the brilliant Dr. Hale Stan, proxy of our master, the founder of the Ukrainian Institute of Occult Medicine. His work lives on." Proxy of our master? Occult medicine. Maybe I've watched too many horror movies, but this isn't your typical snake oil sales pitch. Maybe there's part of this deranged religious group or something. I admit I was slightly creeped out, but more fascinated. I clicked purchase hyperlink. Out of your curiosity once again. Turns out each pill costs some absurd amount of Russian currency, which I found was equal to about $130 per pill. Ridiculous. Not that I could buy them, even if I could. I immediately left the site. At this point, I'm guessing it's probably a lousy foreign creditor's card scam or some weird cold invitation. Either way, it made my day more interesting than it normally would have been. Read. October 22nd, 2014. I posted a thread to Nocturnal Underground about the mystery user who sent me the strange PM. I found myself wanting to know more about this whole Necrosleep.net thing, so as a part of my investigation, I sought to find out who the user was. Here's a transcript to the forum thread. Hey guys, I hope I'm not disturbing the order of things by posting this in the trolling and harassment section. I didn't know where else to put it, so I figured this incident of mine might qualify as spam case if other people are getting the same advertisement message as I am. Basically, the other day I got a PM from a user I've never seen before, a Revelation666. And the message was an advertisement for some supplement. Has anyone seen this user on the forums before? I sure haven't. If you have any information, that'd be really, really great. Cosmic Trash Bin. I don't recognize the username. He might be fairly new or just inactive. What were the exact contents of the message? We could probably get the admin ban him from advertising. Me. Here's the screen cap on the message. Message JPG. Strange. Did you actually go to the website? I hope not. It's probably infested with viruses. Lol. B3457, etc. Just try going there. It's just a black screen. The invite code didn't work for me either. Just gave me a pop-up box that said invalid IP. Readman07. Of course I went there, I couldn't racist. Doesn't work for me either, invalid IP. From Thug Life, Fee for Lifey, Cosmic Trashman. If it only works for Readman07, maybe it's bound by IP somehow. Can you get some screenshots of the site? You've sparked my interest. Here you go, the page is indefinitely in Russian, so my browser translated it. Some JPG shots. B34. Looks shady as hell. Cosmic Trashman. Whoa, didn't even mess with it. You're asking for trouble just by clicking the link. You're probably being keylogged as we speak. B34. Not to mention the product they're selling is probably laced with cyanide. Cosmic Trashman. If he's stupid enough to buy it, well, the gene pool is better off without him anyways. B34. Never trust a Russian. Thug Lifey for Lifey. I'm Russian and I find that offensive. B34. You just said you were Asian last week. Make up your mind. Readman07. I left this thread for 5 minutes and chaos ensued. Everyone calm the censor down. Of course, I'm not going to mess with it. The supposed miracle pills are $130 each anyways. Who do you think I am, Johnny Cash? Thug Lifey for Lifey. Just because his name was Johnny Cash doesn't mean he was rich and had a lot of cash, whatever. Of course he was rich, you dumbass. He's Johnny fucking Cash. Whose bright idea was it to equip this form with profanity filter anyways? It's bleep stupid. Before this thread deteriorates any further, let me just say I've put tape over my webcam just in case something slipped past my antivirus. But it's probably just a credit card scam or something. I'll do some research on it tomorrow. The sun's been up for 3 hours and I'm running low on energy drinks. I'll contact one of the admins about this. Spam isn't tolerated here. I gotta see if they're willing to uninstall the profanity filter and plug in as well. I got the message later from HG Wishing Wells, or the admins, saying that the user Revelation 666 doesn't exist in the database and that the only way I could have received the message is if the mail client was bypassing somehow. In other words, somebody hacked the system just to send me a spam message. What the hell? Read. October 23rd, 2014. I finally got around to Googling Necrosleep. The results for mostly irrelevant YouTube channels and defect 90s screamo bands from the looks of it. But I noticed among the garbage results and links to the post of fastmd.com, the preview said, "Does anyone know if this Necrosleep stuff actually works?" So I clicked it. Only to be directed to a page that said the post you are looking for has been deleted and no longer exists. I should have known nothing can ever be as easy and predictable. I returned the results and had to scan over several pages of them before finally running into the old gaming forum thread where the website necrosleep.net was mentioned. This time the post hadn't been deleted. In the middle of the conversation about maximizing crop production in some medieval strategy game, one of the users claimed to have taken Necrosleep in order to tend to his virtual farm for 24 hours a day. Needless to say, the other forum patrons were highly skeptical. The guy posted a link to necrosleep.net in an attempt to back up his claim, ultimately failing to convince them because, you guessed it, the site was bound to his IP address. He also had the same invitation code as me, leading me to believe that this is formerly intended to make you feel special. But that doesn't explain why and how my IP and apparently someone else's got singled out. The bragger then claimed that there was an irrefutable proof that of his ceased wakefulness in the game score. In relation to the length of time of his account has existed, his score has inevitably high, so high in fact, that it will be impossible for him to attain so high of a score in a short time frame. unless he was playing a game for at least 21 hours a day, which is practically no time for sleeping. Despite all that, the attributes his accomplishment to the automatic bot programs that operate a game for him during the night. It's a lot of words. Since cheating in his way against the game rules, his account was promptly banned according to the moderator at the time of the thread. Sure enough, his little red letters below his forum avatar were words banned for bot abuse. 8/12/2006. I couldn't find any more relevant results for Necrosleep or Necrosleep.net other than what I just told you about. Looks like these online dope dealers are pretty stealth. I'm just dying to know what their real motives might be, because I could think of a million better ways to steal someone's credit card number and peddle quick remedies. It would be a prank, but evidently this would be going back since 2006 at least. Perhaps some jokes can just never die. Read. October 25th, 2014. I got another PM from Revelation666. Am I the only one who gets creeped out by the name? Knowing what I know now, it makes me uneasy to think about the great lengths this user went to contact me specifically. For some reason, they stealthily bypassed the system just to send me a message to make me this offer. Here's the message I just received. To ReadMan07 from Revelation666, subject Necrosleep.net/backdoor. Congratulations, ReadMan07, you've been selected to receive a free 30-day trial for Necrosleep. Claim your elusive reward on Necrosleep.net/backdoor. Find out what you've been missing your entire life, risk-free. Necrosleep.net/backdoor. Once again, my curiosity got the best of me. Bracing myself for whatever scam is coming my way, I clicked the link. I was taken to the page asking for my address, nothing more. I thought about it carefully, knowing full well that these people likely have malicious intents. But if I enter my post office box, what's the worst that could happen? Worst case scenario, they send me some junk mail from some faulty pills. The point is that I finally know what they want from me. I entered my address. Read. October 28th, 2014. I decided to go back to the thread I posted on Nocturnal Underground and let people know what's up. Sure enough, the reactions were amusing. Readman07. Well guys, it happened again. Look at the attachment. Cosmic Trashman. Don't tell me you clicked this one too. Readman07. I did. Then it asked me for my address, but don't worry, I didn't enter my P.O. box. Cosmic Trashman. Are you out of your expletive mind? Readman07. I take it you could have persuaded the admins to disable my profanity filter? Cosmic Trashman. No expletive, Sherlock. Apparently they got a huge kick out of watching us quarrel over with it. Readman07. I wouldn't be surprised if HGW or Wishing Wells sent me this weird message just to stir up some conversation over here. HG Wishing Wells. Neither would I, wiki face. Cosmic Trashman. The mystery has been solved. Everybody go home. Wishing Wells. In all seriousness, I have nothing to do with this. I swear on my great-grandmother's life. Readman07. Swearing on the life of a dead person isn't exactly the most convincing way to plead. Cosmic Trashman. I think the joke's gone far enough, HG. Did you do it or not? Wishing Wells. I really didn't do it. The admins and I genuinely perplexed when they saw where the message came from. Or should I say, where the message didn't come from. It was certainly not from any registered user on the inside. B34. If I actually send you the pills, are you going to take them? You couldn't pay me $1 million to try that expletive. Cosmic Trashman. I can personally guarantee you that that stuff is too good to be true. Nothing can make you stay awake forever. Wishing wells. I agree with Cosmic. Don't take this any further. Remember something. Even if they do send me pills, it's not like it's just junk mail. I'm not going to take it unless I find some more information on it. Do you really think I'm that stupid? Chill out, guys. I probably won't update this thread anymore. So follow my blog if you want to know what's up with me. Links in my profile. Well, we pretty much ruled out the possibility that the pranks by the admins. I don't think Wishing Wells would carry on a prank this long, nor would he lie so blatantly. And even if the other admins were to prank me, I can't imagine why they would do some Russian supplement pitch. It's all too strange. Read. October 30th, 2014. Last night, I had a buddy of mine deliver some mail to my doorstep in exchange for some coding work on his flash site. I'll do just about anything to avoid leaving the building. But that's not the point. The point is that I received the envelope with no return address, yet I immediately knew who it was from. The envelope was old, very old, like it's been sitting in a dusty attic for decades. I opened the stained envelope only to find a smaller, manila envelope inside, also rather old looking. Inscribed in the small envelope was the word Necrosleep, and a word of advice in storing them. Pack it in a cool, dark place for maximum potency. The words appeared to have been stamped onto the envelope rather than printed. I opened the small envelope, and sure enough, there were 30 black pills inside. More crude than what you might expect from your local pharmacy. Now, before you start freaking out, I'm not going to take these. At least not until I can dig up some reliable info on them. Now I know that these Russian dope dealers weren't just trying to send me junk mail. The question is, why would they send me pills if they don't actually work? Surely they must want my money, which they won't get after it failed 30-day trial. What if they're trying to kill me? I never had a good feeling about any of this, but the curiosity is killing me. Read. October 31st, 2014. It just occurred to me that I completely overlooked something. I never researched Dr. Hall A. Stan, the guy who apparently had something to do with Necrosleep. So I did a quick Google search and found, much to my surprise, that he had his own article on Wikipedia. The article states that Dr. Stan was a Ukrainian scientist and physician who claimed to have been directly involved with the experiments portrayed in the 1940 motion picture, which documented Soviet research in the resuscitation of clinically dead organisms. Here's an excerpt from the article. The motion picture, Experiments with the Revival Organisms, depicts various disturbing medical experiments conducted with canines, one of which involves keeping a dog's decapitated head alive with a primary autojector machine that supplied it with oxygenated blood. The operations in the film were created by Dr. Sergei Brokonnikov. However, Dr. Hallenstein incessantly claimed that he would be the one conducting the experiments and inventor of auto-projector, and that they only credited Brokonnikov because Stan had sentenced to life in prison for illegally conducting gruesome experiments on humans. He believed that because he consisted from his test tubes, albeit through bribery, he had not committed a moral crime. The lens prize was loaded pro concavo for the auto-ejector, while Stan remained in permanent imprisonment. It wasn't until they discovered the lost footage of the morbid human experiment that they had executed by lethal injection. His last words, spoken in an unidentifiable language, died with him. Dr. Haley Stan was rumored to have pioneered the various cures for major conditions such as narcolepsy and epilepsy. Although the results were not published by a scientific manner, and therefore the majority of his alleged accomplishments were unverified and seemed occult in nature, the number of people he apparently cured of various incurable afflictions between 1930 and 1940 was by the thousands attempting to replicate his documented remedies ultimately failed, leading most to believe he was practiced pseudoscience. It is believed by some that Dr. Haley Stan has a following to this day, and that his miracle cures are still being practiced and peddled from Russia and Ukraine. Some claim to have received various emails and offers pretending to Dr. Haley Stan's work. All investigations revealed no evidence to support these claims. I'll admit some of the stuff unnerves me. Morbid human experiments aren't exactly a pleasant thing to think about, but it seems to me that this guy was doing what was necessary to advance his research. Maybe he really was onto something. Maybe his cures couldn't be replicated because they were so advanced. I don't really know. All I know is that I received one of these mysterious offers that supposedly don't exist beyond hearsay. Maybe there's something to this. Maybe I was really selected to receive a gift too great for the masses. Maybe they were dead serious when they said they would change my life. Read. November 1st, 2014. I'm holding the pill in my hand, ready to take it at a moment's notice. I've been thinking hard about this. I know it's not the safest thing to do, but I'm a risk taker. If this turns out badly, I don't want to live. I don't have much to live for anyways. Life is nothing without danger, and I want to know the motives of these people more than anything. I need to know what they want from me. I need to know what's missing. There's only one way to find out. Read. November 3rd, 2014. I can't believe it. It's actually working. I haven't slept in 3 days, and I don't feel remotely tired. Holy hell. I've never felt so focused and stimulated in my life. I don't know what this stuff is, but it works. I don't know how long it's going to work exactly, so I'm not getting my hopes up. But the claim is I'll never need to sleep again, ever. So far, so good. Read. November 4th, 2014. Still works like a charm after 4 days, but lately the light has been really bothering me, so I duct taped a piece of cardboard over the window. I never liked the window anyways, and I get this feeling that I'm being watched from outside, and it's making me anxious more than usual. It's easy to think you're seeing something uncanny out the window until you realize it's just your reflection, distorted by a cheap glass plate. Anyways, the issue has been resolved. I also found something interesting when taking my nightly pill. Until recently, I failed to notice the symbol stamped on the inside of the small manila envelope. Yes, the inside. I know I've seen the symbol before, but I can't remember where exactly. It's a downward pointing pentagram with I think like a goat's head inscribed within it. Maybe I just reused the old envelope and turned it out or something. Read. November 5th, 2014. Thanks to one of my followers for pointing at something I didn't realize. The emblem inside the envelope was actually a satanic symbol. Yeah, needless to say, I'm definitely not taking this crap anymore. This sort of thing really keeps me up. I'm done. I wish I would have read the message before I took it tonight. I just quit tomorrow. I mean, it hasn't harmed me this far and I feel great, so maybe I'm just being paranoid. It's just a simple, probably a printing mistake or something, but screw that. I'm not messing around with demonic affairs. No way in hell. Read. November 6, 2014. Over the past week, I've been taking one of these pills at exactly 10 p.m. each night. I planned on stopping the pills tonight, but around 10:30, I started getting this horrible headache, and it got progressively worse. I was thinking maybe it was just me adjusting to the setting going off Necrosleep, so I waited another hour, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I took another pill. I know I could quit if I wanted to, but I'm starting to think there's no reason to. I mean, I don't have to sleep anymore. I've been feeling energized. And I should just man up and stop being irrational. Read. November 9, 2014. I've been making a killing with this free time and newfound focus. I've made $5,000 in a single day for trading virtual property. And that's not including my online poker proceeds over the last week, which are through my goddamn roof. Suddenly, I have this intuitive gap of numbers I've never had before. I've been living my life in a daze until now. They were right. This really has changed my life. Read. November 11, 2014. Here's a rather peculiar story for you guys. I was sitting on the couch minding my own business when I noticed a couple of gleaming eyes staring at me from the corner. I thought nothing of it, knowing it must have been twigs skulking around. Cats have reflective eyes. Who else would it be? I looked away, but at the very same moment I felt it. Twigs wrinkly little self curling next to me. I looked toward the corner, those beady eyes still fixed upon me, with Twig clearly at my side. I blinked, and the eyes were gone. Man, my brain is really trying to screw with me. It had to have been mental, yet I remember it was such audacity. Come to think of it, I should have known it was a Twig from the start. Cat's eyes don't glow red. Anyways, let's hope it's just a freaking brain malfunction. After all, what else could it possibly be? Read. November 12th, 2014. I'm going to run out of food eventually. Obviously, I could go to the store and restock myself, but the thought scares me. The thought of leaving the safety of my apartment, the thought of social interaction, I now dread it more than I ever have. I never have preferred to go out staying in, but I've never dared it this much. I wasn't always so terribly afraid. Now on the instant messenger friends have been online lately and they stopped upvoting my blog post. Who's going to get my groceries? What if I have to go out there? I shouldn't be panicking like this. Honestly, I'm being stupid. Stop panicking, you idiot. Stop panicking, you idiot. Stop panicking, you idiot. Read. November 13th, 2014. My friend Jack came online. It was a temporary relief that lasted about as long as it took him to say, "I'm not dropping off food until you agree to get out of the house." That was his offer, entailing that I'll leave the house to go clubbing with the guys in exchange for help. I declined out of pure fear. I was worried for my health, apparently. Or he was worried for my health, apparently. I can't blame him for thinking I'm becoming a fertile hermit, doomed to die alone in this pathetic slum. But he just doesn't understand. Nobody understands me. At least I'm pretty sure I got enough food to last till Thanksgiving, if I stretch it. Read November 15th, 2014. I need to tell you all about another strange experience I had yesterday. I've been leaving my TV on lately so the silence doesn't irritate me. That children's show about Coast Garden was on, the show we all watched as kids until we were mature enough to realize how mindless and nonsensical it was. Yeah, that show. It was playing in the background of my boxy old TV in the corner. Eventually it distracted me and I found myself zoning out into it, for lack of better words to do. It must have been Thanksgiving episode, considering Bucko, the guy dressed like a deer with a human face, was in the kitchen preparing sweet potatoes and cranberries. This is about as intelligible as the show gets. Things got a bit weird when he decided to let the anthropic cranberries go to the garden last minute, and as they were captive insects, sweet potatoes weren't so lucky. Bucko sent his bird friends to retrieve a pumpkin pie from the pie tree, and his squirrel friend collected gravy from the gravy cow, who coincidentally regurgitated mashed potatoes to boot. I told you this show was weird, but that's not even the start. I didn't realize something was off until Bucko pulled a knife. A full-fledged razor-sharpened knife that I wouldn't expect to see in such a benign show. The other hand, he opened the oven and pulled it out. Not a ham, not a turkey, a roasted human fetus. Mother of God, I can't even believe what I was seeing. How on earth could this be allowed on television? Were my eyes deceiving me? I don't know, it just turned off as soon as I started getting into it. The gore was too much for me. I'm still having a hard time believing what my own eyes clearly saw. I couldn't have been dreaming. I couldn't. I haven't had so much as a nap in 15 days. I just don't even know. Maybe something's wrong with me. I've been forgetting my PC login password. Even after I changed it to something else and wrote it down, I forgot where I wrote it down. Forgot it down. I can't even think properly now. Read. November 18th, 2014. I'm not going to lie, I'm scared out of my mind right now. I walked into the bathroom planning to take my first shower in weeks. I never imagined I'd open the door and see anything more than my own reflection in the mirror. Instead, I saw it, standing behind me, staring completely motionless. I froze and panicked more than I ever have in my entire life. I swear. You don't know true fear. You don't even have a clue. I can still see it engraved in my mind. The face, it was demonic. I'd say I was just imagining things, but it felt all too real. I'm not going into the bathroom ever again. I'll just go in the kitchen sink or something. I can't handle this. I wonder if these pills are screwing with my head. I need to stop now. I don't even feel safe in my own apartment anymore. I feel like these shadows are watching me. Read. November 20th, 2014. I tried to stop the pills again, but I had to change my heart at the last minute. Something told me not to, like a voice in my head. I was feeling like it would be wrong and somehow my life would fall apart if I stopped. I would think this is normal, the way I'm living. But I can't imagine it any other way. I can't imagine stepping out of the light, or into the light, or even the moonlight for that matter. All of my instant messenger contacts have been offline since Jack last talked to me. I don't know if my food will last another week. Twig's getting pretty skinny since I've been eating her cat food to stretch my supplies a bit, but she'll be okay as long as someone comes online by Thanksgiving. Speaking of which, No one's invited me over for Thanksgiving dinner, not even my family. But that's okay, I hate my parents anyway. Screw them. Read. November 22nd, 2014. I've been hearing more voices inside my head. Horrible, horrible voices. They're really scaring me. I don't know what to do. Is it some sort of side effect or something? I can't hear myself think sometimes. Like I'm losing control over my own thoughts. And these thoughts I have are so dark. It's not like me to think that anyway. I never hurt anyone. I'm not like that. I tried going to Necrosleep again just to see if there's something missing. I missed about side effects. And it said the domain is no longer in use. The site was shut down. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm terrified of myself. Read. November 24th, 2014. Knock, knock. I yelled through the drafty door, asking who it was. It was my friends, Jake and Douglas. Apparently they wanted me to help me after seeing my blog post of distress. But sure enough, it was only under the condition that I open the door and come out. Very suspicious. How would I really know I can trust them? I know I've trusted them for years, but what if they were just earning my trust so they could pull something sinister on later on? What if they gave me drugged food? What if they stabbed me when I opened the door? It just occurred to me that I have no real proof I can trust them. I can't even trust myself anymore. I don't know who I am. Maybe my whole life I've been a sadistic freak. I didn't even know it. Maybe my true self is just coming out. Maybe everyone is evil. Read. November 25th, 2014. The voices won't stop. I used to think they were malevolent, but now I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like they're trying to liberate me. They want me to listen to them desperately. They show me things, horrible things, and yet these things don't seem horrible to me anymore. I'm numb, I don't feel anything. But I know there's one thing I can do to make me feel again. Part of me says it's terrible, but the voices tell me otherwise. The voices are my friends now. The demons are my friends now. Read. November 26, 2014. Nope. Twigs in heaven now, I had to do it. I had to know what it tastes like. It was satisfying. But I need more. I thought I'd never leave this room again, but I don't have a choice anymore. I need more of it. The face is getting angry, the voices are getting angry. My head hurts so bad. I need more. It hurts so much, I need more. They're hurting me. I need to feed them more. They need more. I need more. I have to make it stop. I need more. I need more. Make it stop. Read. Police report part 1. Thanksgiving. 11/27/2014. Victim Paul Murdoch. Aggressor Reed Murdoch. Police arrived at the scene after a frantic 911 call from Margaret Murdoch, confirming to be the aggressor's mother. The victim, Paul Murdoch, the aggressor's father, was found in the process of being mauled and cannibalized by the aggressor, Reed Murdoch, whose face and mouth was covered in blood and brain matter. Reed was shot dead after refusing to stop eating his own father, whose skull was torn open entirely. Drug use is suspected to be involved. Police report part 2, 11/29/2014. Reed's Murdoch residence was inspected thoroughly by investigators. A hairless, headless, and disemboweled cat carcass was found on the kitchen counter. The cat's blood and bodily fluids were spilled throughout the house, while the head was found crushed, brain completely smashed and nowhere to be found. Brain completely removed and nowhere to be found. The apartment was clearly inhabited by an utterly insane individual, given the foul and unclean nature of the place. An old TV rested in the corner, turned on, displayed only static and white noise. It had no antenna. A suspicious package of unidentified pills was recovered. The resident's computer and other personal effects were confiscated and await further analysis. Autopsy report 12/4/2014. Subject: Reed Murdoch. The contents of Reed Murdoch's digestive tract was a disturbing mixture of human tissue, mostly brain matter and cerebral fluids. Examination of his own brain, however, was even more disturbing and perplexing. His brain was clearly and visibly deteriorating. The brain tissue was black and red rather than the usual pinkish gray, and riddled with holes throughout. Closer examination revealed thousands of small black parasites to be consuming the brain. This was undoubtedly the cause of the man's insidious psychosis. Testing on the parasites was inconclusive, as they didn't match any known species. Further testing is required. The unknown pills recovered in Murdoch's apartment have been tested and confirmed to contain a vile plethora of uncommon substances, including obscure, highly addictive euphoric drugs, human hormones, and parasitic eggs, presumably meant to retain a dominating cool place until introduced into the body, allowing them to hatch and eventually invade the brain. It is unclear how he acquired the pills and where they came from, although whoever concocted them surely had malicious intent. Police report part 3, 12/6/2014. Two friends of Reed Murdoch, Jake Fairfax and Douglas Lopez, were questioned at the police station. Immediately, they referred to his online blog, where he laterally reported the path and eventual insanity. It was found that the blog mysteriously disappeared off the face of the internet for reasons unknown. They were aware of the pills Reed was taking, claiming they originated from the website Necrosleep.net. Investigators later confirmed that the website does not exist.